goes, can you please give me a blowjob? And she goes, no, if I gave you a blowjob, you'd never respect me. He goes, I would respect you. We've been married for 20 years. Please, give me a blow. She goes, you're not going to respect me. He goes, we've raised 2 beautiful children. And she goes, no, I don't think you'll respect me. He goes, no, I promise. I swear to you I'll respect you. So finally she says, okay, and she gives him a blowjob. Afterwards she goes, well, did I do it okay? He goes, how should I know? You're the cocksucker. An armless, legless girl is laying on the beach crying. A man walks along. He goes, what are you crying about? She goes, I'm crying because in my whole life I've never been kissed. So he kneels down and kisses her, then gets up and starts walking away. Then she's crying twice as hard. And he comes back, he goes, what are you crying about now? She goes, I'm crying because in my whole life I've never been fucked. So he picks her up, tosses her in the ocean, and goes, you're fucked now! It just seems wrong. 3 traveling salesmen go to a farmhouse. They say, can you put us up for the night? The farmer goes, okay, I've got a big bed, and the 3 of you, I think, could fit comfortably in it. So they all lie down side by side and go to sleep. The next morning, they wake up, and the guy on one end of the bed goes, boy, I had a great dream last night. I dreamt a girl was giving me a hand job. And the guy on the other side of the bed goes, wow, I had a dream that a girl was giving me a hand job. And the guy in the middle goes, I had a dream I was skiing. A man is in a bar drinking. He gets so drunk that he pukes all over his shirt. And he goes up to the bartender, he goes, I'm in trouble now. When my wife finds out I got so drunk, I puked on my shirt, she'll kill me. The bartender says, don't worry about it. Look, here's what you do. You take a $10 bill and put it in your shirt pocket. Then you go home to your wife, say, some other guy got drunk and he puked on your shirt. And he said, I'm sorry, here's $10 to have it cleaned. And he goes, I'll try that. And he goes back to his wife and he goes, I was in the bar, a guy puked on my shirt and gave me this $10 here to have it cleaned. And the wife looks and she goes, he gave you $20. And he goes, oh, I forgot to tell you, he also shit in my pants. 2 old Jewish men are sitting on a park bench. One turns to the other, goes, I'm so old, I'm just so old. And the other one goes, I bet I know how old you are. He goes, you have no idea how old. I can guess how old you are. He goes, how can you guess how old? He goes, simple, stand up. And he goes, all right, and he stands up. He goes, now drop your pants. He goes, we're in a park here. Now, drop your pants, I'll guess how old. So he opens his pants and drops them. He goes, now pull your underwear down. He goes, there's people out. And he goes, pull your underwear, I'll guess your age. He pulls his underwear. He says, now bend over and shove 2 fingers right into your asshole. So he bends over and shoves 2 fingers in his asshole. The other Jewish man goes, you're 95. And he goes, how were you able to tell that? He goes, you told me yesterday. A man goes to a doctor. The doctor examines him and he subscribes suppositories to him. He hell with it. He gives him suppositories. What am I, a doctor? He gives him suppositories to take. suppository for the man to take. So the man goes off. A week later, he comes back, and he goes, these aren't working at all. And the doctor says, are you sure you're taking them the right way? He goes, of course I am. What am I supposed to do, shove them up my ass? A man goes hunting in the woods. He's hunting, he sees a big grizzly bear, takes out his rifle and opens fire on it. The bear growls, jumps at the man, knocks him to the ground, turns him over on his belly, and fucks him in the ass. As bears are so prone to do. Then the hunter is really angry. He comes back the next day with a machine gun. He sees the same bear, opens fire on it with the machine gun. The bear growls, jumps forward, knocks the hunter to the ground, turns him over, and fucks him in the ass again. Now he's really angry. Comes back the next day with a cannon. And this time sees the same bear, opens fire with the cannon. The bear growls, leaps forward, knocks the hunter to the ground, turns him over on his stomach, and goes, something tells me you don't just come here to hunt, do you? Last night I said to my girlfriend, you've got a tight cut, no tits. She said, get off my back. I was in the car with my girlfriend. She said, kiss me where it smells. So I drove into New Jersey. Two missionaries get caught in Africa. They get caught by a tribe of primitives. The chief goes, all right, you've been captured in our land. Now, I'll give you a choice. It's either death or ugu. And the missionaries look at each other, and one missionary goes, well, I'll take ugu. So the chief goes, ugu it is. And every one of the primitives grabs the missionary, picks him up, and starts fucking him. They're fucking him all over the place. They're fucking him for 10 hours straight. Then they break, have something to eat, and start fucking him again for another 10 hours. Then they take a nap, come back, and they're fucking him for 15 hours. And they're fucking him and coming in his mouth and all over his face and his body, and they just shoot, they're just totally caked up with cum, and then they just drop him to the ground, caked with cum, after these primitives were fucking him. Did I mention that the primitives were fucking him and shooting cum on him? Shooting cum! And you call these primitives people? I beg to differ. They fucked him for God knows maybe 2 days straight, in the ass, in the mouth, and came all over. This is not something that I care to understand or sympathize with. Well, after this is over, the chief turns to the other missionary, and he says, now you have your choice, either death or ugu. And he goes, well, I choose death. And the chief goes, well, then death it is. But first, ugu. Three fags are in a hot tub. All of a sudden, a large blob of semen floats to the top. One fag turns to the other and goes, okay, who farted? All right, that one was a little distasteful. sometimes you go over the edge there. A little boy accidentally walks into the bathroom and catches his mother in the shower. And the mother is standing there terrified. The little boy goes, "What's that?" She goes, well, last night your father and I got into an argument and he got really mad and hit me with an axe. And the little boy goes, "Wow, he hit you right in the cunt." A man goes to a doctor, as so many men do in these jokes. They either go to a doctor or go to a farmhouse. It's one or the other. They never seem to go to the movies or they go to like a farmhouse or a doctor. That's the world they live in. He goes to a doctor. It's a man, he goes to a doctor and he says, "Doctor, I've got a really embarrassing problem. I seem to be letting off these silent farts." And he goes, "Oh, there goes one now." And he goes, "They're really smelly and disgusting and they're just silent." "Oh, there, I let off two. I just keep letting off these silent farts. Oh, I let off two in a row." And he says, "What's wrong with me?" And the doctor goes, "Well, first of all, you're going deaf." A woman gets into a really bad car accident. The man rushes from work over to the hospital. The doctor comes out. He goes, "Sorry, it's really bad news. Your wife was in a horrible car accident. Her face and body are totally mangled. She'll be crippled and paralyzed from the neck down. She's gonna need 24-hour care, of which your insurance is not going to pay for. You're going to have to wash her and feed her and keep turning her over in case she gets bed sores and rubbing ointment on her, and you'll have to change her pretty constantly because she'll have no control